I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, this is the National Football League. Lamar Jackson and the Miami Dolphins versus Justin Herbert and the New York Jets.
The summer humidity has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a two-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, it's the third-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give to Lynch from the shotgun. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jackson. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
To throw again is Jackson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And here's Kamara on the read option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second and goal from the 1. Kamara trying again. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Alvin Kamara punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. They go, I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away.
Jalen Waddle deep to return it.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start with the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Running from the gun with Henry. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert now. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll run with Lynch, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Herbert. And Waller taking it in over the middle. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Miami set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Jackson going to run again.
Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never down for a second. They pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Catch is made by Metcalf. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Still going. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DK Metcalf. An even 90 yards. And the Jets are able to move back in front. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw now on first down. The quick feet by Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Jackson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First and 10, it's Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Off the option, here's Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Herbert. Quick slant to Brown.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Back to throw. Herbert, they'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To the air again, Herbert.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll come out in the pistol.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And it's caught. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got it. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Running for it. Here's Lynch. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run the option left side. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
Here's Kamara on the read option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now it's Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one goes for 8 yards.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Stuck for the loss by Devin White. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Henry out of the pistol. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Herbert. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
Herbert delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jets.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Herbert.
He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Operating from the gun, Herbert.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one.
This to perhaps salt this one away.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
Well, Some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a two-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 9. 54 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing, Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Jackson to throw. It's complete, Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a first down, but the tackle comes in bounds. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Jackson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Miami, so long, everybody.
Not headed to the airport for this one. One more day here will suit me just fine.